Well, hello, BBs, and thank you all so much for joining me on this Sunday afternoon. I hope everybody is having an amazing weekend, a good day, good evening, wherever you're at, whatever you're doing. Thanks for everybody for joining me today. Thanks for everybody watching on the replay. Thank you, thank you. So just a couple quick hellos here. We've got Nicole Y. M. Johnson, Butterfly 420. Thanks for being here, BB. Sherry, thank you, honey. Thanks for joining us today. Glad you could be here. Shannon, Jojo, Mr. Fizzy. I hope that's how you'd like that to be pronounced. Mr. Fizzy. Rebecca, Pumpkin Princess, Squigs. Hello, hello, BBs. Thank you all so much for being here. Land designer, Arabella, Shadell. Yeah, awesome. So today we're going to catch up with Chantal. And then we're also going to watch somebody that we've never watched on the channel, somebody that we've talked about watching on the channel a couple times, but so we'll do that at the end. So again, thank you all so much for being here, and let's see what we're in for today. Also, for anybody, whoever said in the last live that we did, I wonder what Ragebone is doing during like the little intro. I'm literally sitting here doing the robot like an idiot, so gotta psych myself up with a little idiocy. So, all right, let's get Chantal up on the screen here. And our video, per usual, is brought to us by Barbecue Chillin. So I'll have their information in the description. So a big thank you to them. And let's see what we're in for today, shall we?
Just going to visit some people. For 2 days, she's going to be here. So she has huge dishes of water and food. She's good. Maybe she'll like to be alone because she won't be getting kisses every 5 seconds. How is it clickbait? I'm leaving. We're going away for a couple days. And by the way, if you don't notice that YouTubers clickbait, get with the program. YouTube has been on for how long? I'm leaving today. We are leaving. How is it clickbait? We're literally leaving. And I also said in my stream yesterday, we're leaving today. We know you're collecting money. Yes, I say that every live stream so far for the past little while since I decided to try to get help with money. Yep. Yes. Thank you for yours. But all I'm going to say now is I'm not getting a dime of the GoFundMe. People are refunded. If you don't want to donate and help me get home, that's fine. I'm not going to hear your shit. You're just going to be blocked or ignored. Okay? Thank you. Yeah, sure. If you want to say something hateful, send even $1. I don't give a crap. Well, I don't know what to say. I guess I can just not go live until I leave here. If you want to complain about it that much, I can just not go live. We did earlier, Proto. It doesn't do anything. Internet service is crap here. Third world, hon. That's another reason I want to, head back to 5G because I really need it to go live and upload videos quickly, not take all night. I literally said all of the money I've saved to go home, which is almost 2,000 so far or more, like that's not including super chats, is in my savings. Second, payday is not even today. You don't get your money on the 21st. So why would I go anywhere? Third, I don't travel to Beirut when I get my money. Someone else does. So again, wrong, stupid moron. Just say you're going to Beirut, Berlin. Yeah. Why don't I just, to make you all happy, the idiot's happy, I'm going to.
I love how she's just like, once again, just going after anybody that could potentially be showing her support. Like, you're all just a bunch of freaking idiots. Oh, you don't want to be clickbaited by me? Dumb. And Sherry, yeah, I'll try while we're doing this. I'll try to figure out how to put my link here. Asking me to multitask is basically equivalent to asking me to perform brain surgery, but I'll try.
Beirut to scam you all of your money. Okay, how about that? There you go. Like, if I went to Beirut, I would have to literally get a new visa every time. It's that go back and forth to Beirut for free all the time. I feel awful. Like I want to cry. I feel super awful. We were supposed to go on a road trip with like 16 people, right? Like huge family members, and we were leaving. They were like at Fajr, 3:30, okay, in the morning to get there, to get to where we're going. We're going on a road trip that's like hours away. What am I thinking? Like I am not in reality. Like I have so many emotions right now. I feel bad, but at the same time, I don't feel true. I feel like I'm not understood. Yeah, well, basically, it would be kind of like there would only be like 2 vehicles, so a bunch of people would be piled into ours for hours and hours. And doing things with huge amounts of people is normal here. Nobody understands panic attack. So I feel bad because I didn't want to go at first. I said, no. Salah was like, I'm not leaving you at home alone. I have a panic attack.
How convenient. As someone that actually suffers from panic attacks, I can't tell you how much this pisses me off, because anybody that has them would tell you they're not anything that usually correlates with what's going on in your life. Like, I could literally be driving down the road doing nothing. Like, nothing's bothering me, and one will happen. I'll literally wake up in the middle of the night and it'll happen. So the fact that she's like, I was on my way to do this, like, this vacation with all these people where I had to pretend to be a trad wife, and I just was stricken down with a panic attack. I mean, is it possible that panic attacks are triggered by what's happening in the moment? Sure, but it's extremely uncommon. So what a dumbass bitch. I can't stand her. Arabella, thank you so much for joining the Skeleton Society, BB. Appreciate that. We rise, we rot, we rage. Thank you, baby. Really appreciate that, and welcome.
Too worried about you. I feel too bad. Yeah, Salah went. I'm like, he has to go. Like, there's plans in place. What if he doesn't come back? Well, don't make me more worried. I'm so worried because he's tired and he has to drive. Oh my gosh. So we went to the family's house to sleep over, okay? And this is where, like, I was sleeping before I went to Qatar, because while the house was, Anyway, and I said, I don't want to go because, you should know me by now, like, but he wants to include me. He said, listen, you're not going to be in Syria, like, much longer. You have to experience these things, like, and there's like different areas I have to experience of, So anyway, yeah, I said, why can't we just sleep at home? Because sometimes, like, they don't have the same type of power as we do. Like, their power goes out, and I need my CPAP. So we got there around after, like, when I said we were leaving, we left. We got there, we had some dinner. One of the ladies made rice and lentils and like fried onions. It was really good. And then we were discussing what we're going to do, what time we're going to leave, and to get there at a decent time, we would leave at 3:30 in the morning. So we were up kind of late, socializing, shisha, like drinks, whatever, not alcoholic drinks. So the power went out in the middle, like at like 1. I didn't sleep. We didn't get to lay down till like midnight. I like 1, the power goes out. There's no power. And like the night before we were talking about that, like, what if because we were going to stay in like chalets with like, there would be like, 2 families per chalet, like I don't know. It's not like how you think. It's not expensive at all. Like, so, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, like me staying with, to me, it could be 16. It's a million people to me.
Thanks for being here, BB.
If it's more than just me and Salah, it's a million people. And I kind of like miss Juice. Well, I did miss Juice a lot. Camping with in-laws, I need alcohol. They're lovely people. The thing is just like, I feel bad because they're going to think it's them. Because I always want to go home. Like, I don't want to stay, it's like, okay. It's like, I feel like they don't understand mental illness. Especially me, like, understand me.
Barbecue Chillin said they do. They just don't care. Yeah, they probably just look at you like you're a lazy blob. They probably doesn't take much to figure out her little game. So, Dinah Love Bites, thanks for being here, baby. She doesn't like people and would rather stay home and live stream because, unlike with people, she doesn't need to look at their faces and can disconnect whenever she wants. This is her socialization. Absolutely. Yeah. And this is like her reality. Honestly, when she's faced with actually being around people that she can't just like hang up on, she doesn't like it. It's a lot of effort, and she's an a-hole. Like, she's like, it's just not worth it. Especially now that she's not pretending that her and Salah are together. You know what I mean? It's like, what little effort or reason that she had to do those things is now completely gone. So
Canadian culture is more isolating. Salah understands more, like, because he's lived with me for 3 years. But he's like, you have to come, like, and I'm like, okay, because it does sound like fun, but like, who am I kidding? Like, you're right. Even going camping with just my small family, I freak out. I see my family on like special occasions, and that's it. Like, and that's only maybe like 6-7 people. So this morning at 3:30, Salah woke up and he said, "Did you sleep?" I said, "No." Why didn't you sleep? The power. I was picturing being like no sleep. My anxiety was bad that morning. What if we drive 6 hours and we can't find an affordable place with like has electricity all night? And we're going to be driving in a car with like a million people packed in, and I'm tired, and just like I started having a panic attack. Like I couldn't like catch my breath. Yeah. So I said, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I don't think what she's describing as a panic attack, like you guys are all saying, it's a temper tantrum. because she was just sitting there thinking about all the things she was going to have to do. Like, no, 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 no. Arabella, who doesn't have some kind of health issue, mental health issue? We still have to go to work and be adults. My goodness. Yeah, exactly. Same with Amberlyn. She acts like, maybe became yoga. It's like, yeah, everybody has problems. Everybody had shit happen in their childhood. And you don't see the rest of us becoming these giant freaking monsters inflicting abuse onto everybody else around us. And Jojo, his family have been so nice to her, and she talks about them like this. It's horrible. Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I think she's done playing nice and she just doesn't care anymore. This is why a lot of people think that this is just like a grift. I think she's done. I think she's really going back to Canada. I think they finally said, enough's enough. This isn't going to work. The fake marriage is over. So that is my personal opinion, just from how she's acting and the things she said, especially the things where she's like, well, I'm questioning my religious beliefs now. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Where she would never say that before in all the other little attempts. So Big Rud, thanks for being here, BB.
I feel so bad. Like, I'm like, I feel so bad, but I have to go home. So he literally like drove me quite a ways home. That's another thing, Links. I have bathroom problems. You think there's public rest stops along the way? No. One person, whenever Salah asked, like, we need electric all night, they're like, oh no, that could be a problem. So I'm like, I'm not risking,
God. I do feel just as if her personality, her sense, her smells, if everything else wasn't enough, the fact that this bitch is on the verge of like shitting herself at any moment just adds another level of like, how dare you, you know? And the audacity that she has to act so freaking smug about anything, it just kills me. Dino Love Bites. Sala, she is done until Sala finds another woman, then she will try to get back. Jealousy is strong with this one. Yeah. I get what you're saying, Dino Love Bites. It's one of those things where it's like you want what you can't have. So yeah, you definitely could be right on that one.
Very bratty, and that's why one reason I realized I have to go. Hey Jackie, that's just gonna be my reality if I live here. Always, 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 almost every day being with a ton of people, and I'm not comfortable with that. Even if I love them, I love my family to death, and I don't want to be around them every day. I'm happy he went. I want some time alone and home alone. Yep, teardrop. I just don't feel understood. It's just a different culture. Like, it's not bad. It's just not me. It's just not what I'm, And it would be like that anywhere in the world. It's not if it's not my culture, it's not my culture. I kind of dread like when Salah, like he always like, because the men and women socialize different, a lot of the time he'll like drop me off to be with the women and go and get his go to the barbershop with his like cousin or something, like his male cousins. And the guys will, and it's like, I don't speak the language, and it's like awkward using Translate. Charlotte.
And I don't speak the language. And whose fault's that? You've had 3 years plus and nothing but time on your hands to learn. I'm sorry. I get it. It's awkward. You don't know what to do. You don't know what to say, but she has zero excuse. And you know what? She signed up for it. She knew damn well she was going to a country where she didn't speak the language and what? Did nothing about it. So the fact that she wants to be like, I feel awkward. I can't talk to anybody. That just goes to prove that she never had any kind of relationship with any of these people. The only time she even was able to speak to them was through Sala. So she's just so full of shit.
Right? I'm just like, I just want to go home, be alone with my cat. Like, I miss Juice. I don't like leaving her like for long, I miss her so bad. That's the only thing about traveling I hate. I didn't go with him. I freaked out. And I feel bad because I know the family's probably like, what the hell's wrong with your wife? Like, because the other night we went and we hung out and we were there from like maybe 4 p.m. No, not 4. Sorry. It was earlier than that. We were there for like 8-9 hours. And then I said to Salah, I'm like, I please.
Big Red, she's a butt dart. Yeah. Among other things, that's for sure. Dino Love Bites. For a man who apparently goes to the barbershop constantly, Salah's hair and beard look a mess most of the time. I said it last time, he's doing something shady. Yeah. I mean, do they have red rooms in Syria? Probably not, but you know damn well it's probably not what she thinks. And who can blame him? Who can honestly blame him for wanting to get away from this freaking wildebeest? I definitely wouldn't want to be around her. So, she's something else. Squigs. I'd say they're delighted. They probably chose to extend the trip because she didn't come along. Like, imagine being in Syria heat with her gassing up the parked car while bitching the whole time. Yeah, yeah, I would agree. She's nothing but a wet blanket to any situation. I mean, she probably complains nonstop when they're at home, let alone imagine traveling. And I don't know if they said what they were going to do on this vacation. Was it like camping or something? But she doesn't want to do anything where she's uncomfortable. Benny Boop, thanks for being here, baby. More like the bathhouse. Yeah. Yeah. Um, he's getting it somewhere, I'm sure. So
I want to go. I'm so tired. And then everyone just stopped and looked at me. I don't think I'm going to do anything social until I leave because I'm just like, I just can't. I don't know. If we have people visit, that's okay. But like, it's just that like when they socialize, it's like an all day and night thing. And it's just really mentally exhausting for me. And I don't know how to portray that without feeling rude. I just want to be peaceful at home and mind my business. Now, the thing is, yeah, so Salah, I said, just go have fun. It's like, how am I going to have fun worrying about you being alone? Like, what are you going to eat? I'm like, I have like eggs, bread, noodles. I'll be all right. I feel really bad. Because I kind of freaked out on him because it was like a self-defense thing. Because
you freaked out on him? Imagine that. She's like a freaking rat backed into a corner. I can just see it now. M. Johnson just gifted 5 Ragebone memberships. Thank you so much, BB. Very generous of you. Appreciate that. Growing the Bone Army. So we will welcome Matthew Fontnot, Carolyn Just a GA Girl, Purple Lilacs, The Deranged Bunny, and Tiramisu. Welcome, welcome, everybody, to the Skeleton Society. We rise, we rot, we rage. Thank you so much, Em. That's so sweet of you.
thought he was going to make me go because he was like, you have to come. And then I was like, listen, we're separated. I don't want to do anything with you anymore. And I felt so bad because like the way he looked at me was like I could tell it looked hurt and like shocked. And now I feel like shit for saying that. And I feel like I'm like breaking his heart by like separating and leaving. But that's the thing with Salah.
Is anybody believing that in any sense of the word? Honestly, that would imply that he was in love with her or had some kind of love for her. You know, I find it hard to believe that you spend all this time with someone and you don't at least have something there. But we saw the two of them together. There was nothing romantic about it. It was like a mother and son or like 2 cousins or something. I don't know. So were they friends at one point? Sure, I can believe that. But for her to sit here and be like, he's heartbroken that I'm leaving. No, he's not. Absolutely not. He didn't want you to come to Syria to begin with. You've, I'm sure, been nothing but a burden. So let's just relax on that, Chantal. You're not kidding anybody by trying to convince us that this is some kind of like great romance that's now breaking apart. Like, give me a freaking break. Mr. Fizzy, thank you so much for joining the Skeleton Society. Welcome, welcome. We rise, we rot, we rage. And Pippa with 5 more gifted memberships. Thank you so much, Pippa. That is so generous of you. I appreciate it. We're just growing the Bone Army by bone. It's my fake creepy laugh cringe enough yet. Let us welcome Benny Boop. Welcome, welcome. Camps, Frenchie Mexi, Eep. We've got Chica. Sorry, that was horrible. And Annabella. Thank you, thank you. Pippa, and welcome to all of our new members to the Skeleton Society. Welcome, BBs.
I don't say this in a bad way, but it's all or nothing. It's like I have to. It's like his way or the highway in a way. Like when it comes to culture and like there's no negotiation. You know what I mean? Like he's more set in his ways and traditions and stuff. Especially since being back in Syria, it's extra worse. It's normal for Arab Muslim men. Look at any couple.
Pumpkin Princess. There was absolutely no chemistry. I think in the beginning there was something, but then she took off everything and it hit him. Yeah, I mean, that could be because I'm sure there was a level of catfishing happening where he wasn't seeing, what did he say? He thought the wigs were her real hair. I think the only difference in my mind is that for him, this was a means to an end. He thought he was going to get to Canada. He thought he was going to be making some buku YouTube money off of her. For her, she just thought he was hot and was like so happy that he was willing to claim her. But she was also kind of on the coattail of everything that happened with Natter and really just wanted to kind of give him the finger of like, see, I can be with a Muslim man. You know what I mean? So I think the Kybella thing really is what made her kind of snap out of it like, holy shit. So, but that's just my non-expert opinion. Catty Kitty, thank you so much for the super chat, BB. Appreciate that. If my husband's only physical touch was pinching my cheeks, he wouldn't be my husband. I know. And I hate when he does that shit. That almost makes me crawl out of my freaking skin. It's like, what is she, a freaking hamster that you're just like pinching at her cheeks? Like, what a freaking weirdo. Catty Kitty, the wig thing was very telling. Yeah. I mean, I don't think either one of them understood what they were signing up for. And you know what? Love that for her. She's always been one to jump first, ask questions later. Benny Boop, I'm sure you shower regularly and brush your teeth. Chantal definitely doesn't. Sherry, business arrangement. Exactly. That is the perfect way to put it. It was a business arrangement. M. Johnson, like literally, I'm a touchy-feely person, so my significant other better be too. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Physical touch is very important, especially if that's like your love language. So you could just, we know damn well she wasn't having a single one of her needs met.
On 90 Day Fiance, any Western woman that's been with an Arab Muslim man didn't work out, except for Adnan and Tiger Lily, because she started wearing the hijab. She's assimilating to his ways. I'm just like feeling like this now. Like, well, it's been off and on for a long time. I just don't talk about it publicly because I just try to just like swallow it and live that way, you know? And there's probably family pressure and all that stuff.
Oh my God. Catty Kitty plus baby carrot. Yeah. Yeah. We, I think, understand what he's working with. And do you guys, the old OGs from Chantal's life, remember when she tried to go after that reactor and was like, I know you want me. I think his name was Simon. So let's just assume it was. I know you want me, Simon, but I need a man with a big wiener. I need somebody with a big one to get through this massive ass. Like, is basically what she was saying. Ugh. I'm sweating now after having to say that out loud. But that being said, I think we understand that Salah did not have the equipment to get the job done. And okay, I'm trying not to say too much here, but I think we get what I'm trying to convey. Okay, move on.
I love him and I care about him and I just want him to be happy. I just want that so much. I won't be happy in Canada unless he's happy. It's just anywhere. I just get bored. I was kind of bored there. And I felt the restrictions were annoying. Like not being able to swear. Just like no freedom, you know? I don't belong in conservative cultures. And I'm married to a conservative man. And I know like things have come out that are not so conservative. But because he was such a conservative person, that's why those things happen. When you're
Ooh, so she's actually going to bring up the Kybella thing right now. Because he's been so stunted in his life, that's what gives him the grape fantasies. Oh, okay. That makes so much sense.
Raised in a very conservative, super, super conservative way. You know, you kind of, I don't know. And I don't know. I'm just like the opposite of that. And I think in the back of my mind, I always knew that. Like, what am I doing? Yeah, I think I'm definitely very attracted to him. And also, I'm not a very submissive person, but at the same time, I find controlling men, not abusive controlling, but just controlling in a way like, I don't know, kind of hot. Like, so yes, there's a lot of things I like really find attractive about him, obviously. And it's going to be hard for him because if I do bees, he's going to see it all on my channel. I know we're going to be divorced, but it's still going to be hard for him. I can't break his heart. At least you're not going to see him bees. They're not going to put the GoFundMe back up. I forget their bullshit reason, but they're refunding everybody. So whatever. I don't even give a fuck anymore. Tonight there was a little orange kitten.
Kitty. Even without regular touch, there's ways that couples look at each other that Chunkahannes and Poopy don't have chemistry. Yeah. And I always try to sort of like play the devil's advocate and just say, well, maybe it's just, it's his second language. So, the way he's speaking sometimes comes out as robotic, but no, like the head pats and cheek squeezes just sort of gives it away. Big Rud, I have all your backs. I like this community. Well, thank you, Big Rud. We have your back as well. Rebecca Tracy, exactly. And gentility. He does so much to help too. You know what, though? There's times where, you can get touched out. Like, I have a young child that's constantly climbing on me like a freaking jungle gym. So sometimes I'm just like, everyone get off me. Don't touch me. So that's totally fair. Final Love Bites. Foodie screams daddy issues and food addiction. And she screams weird, insecure man who is failing in life. Oh, and he screams weird, insecure man who's failing in life. A paramate in hell. Yeah, she definitely has daddy issues. And to be fair, it's kind of not her fault the way she grew up and the fact that her dad was like really not involved. So I can kind of understand why she feels the way she feels, but at the same time, she never did anything to help herself over it and just acts like a freaking creep now. So Benny Boop, and the way he laughs at her when he dumps water on her, he hates her. Yeah. Honestly, that pissed me off when I saw that happen. Like, the audacity and just gross. Like, and it just pissed me off too that she tried to like justify it or downplay it. Like, no, that's not normal. Nobody should put up with that type of behavior. It's gross. It's abusive. One Woman Riot. Thanks for being here, BB. I went on a first date last night. My date touched me more than Salah has ever touched Cutie in 3 years, and no cheek squeezing. Well, thank God for that. And yeah, I hope it went well, and maybe there'll be a second date in your future.
And I called it over to me, and it came to me, and it started to nestle on my chest, like it really was purring, and it didn't want to get off. And when they saw the kitten on me, they're like, "Ew, get it away!" Like they were trying to shoo it away, and like, "Do not touch it." Well, it comes to them because it's an outside cat, and I'm like, I don't care. I don't think it's gross. It's a cat, because they think it's like has germs because it's outside, but no, maybe it's true. I don't know, but I don't care.
Well, yeah, it has germs, but they can also carry disease. If you have other pets like Julia, and can infect her and make her sick, or at the very least fleas that can lead to worms or ticks. But of course she's just like, oh, come on guys, like letting it like lick inside her mouth and shit. Wouldn't surprise me.
Putting on a hijab, reverting, and muting when I toot has made people accept me. I had to change who I am because the old me was
Did she just say muting when she toots? Wow, you're so changed for the better, Chantal. And you know what? It's probably does hinder her views because she had so many feeders that were just into all the gross shit she would do.
gross and shameful, right? So if I stayed here, I don't think he would take a second wife. He doesn't even think of, he says he doesn't want that, but it is very shameful. It's kind of gross in all cultures. In public, you don't do that, but I'm going to do my best to bring Julia, yes. Actually, I feel ashamed just like as a revert of everything from my past.
Autumn
Like,
Moon, thanks for
everything.
being here, BB.
Including the fact that I can't have kids. Yeah. No, I would never be a second wife. Screw that. Sorry, but not sorry. I'm sure he has to move on. If I leave and we divorce, I can't expect him to just.
Yeah. Can you imagine her as a second wife? Jesus. Her head might implode within the first week, if I had to guess. Catty Kitty, thank you so much for the super sticker, BB. Appreciate that so much. Noob. Yes, she is. She is a noob in all ways. Squigs, silent but deadly. God. Ugh. I can't imagine how foul she must smell, especially her farts, because of her digestive problems. That's something that is probably criminally Dino Love Bites. His family 100% asked him to get a second wife. Oh, I'm sure, because they want him to have children. So just on that fact alone, beyond all the other shit of like what a freaking huge embarrassing blob she is, yeah, they probably just want, kids. That's part of their culture, very much so. Catty Kitty, you are going to grow your channel. Happy to support. Thank you, BB. Yeah, I've been trying. I've been slacking off a little bit, but we are growing bit by bit here, and I really appreciate you guys, each and every one of you here in the live, everybody that's been gifting the memberships, everybody that sends the super chats, super stickers. You guys are amazing, so generous, and appreciate it so much. Thank you.
Stay by himself. Most men in this culture like to have a wife to care for them and stuff, and the home. But Salah was self-sufficient in Kuwait. He had his little bachelor pad going on, his own cars. He took care of himself, fried his own eggs.
Shelly Daly, thanks for being here,
that's
BB.
not why I'm leaving, Arlo. There's no plan for him to do that. He said for like, if he does, it won't be for a long time. He's not interested in that right now. That's what he says. So that's hasn't been a topic of discussion. It's one of my insecurities about not giving him children when it's called like it's such a big thing here, and like why should I feel insecure about something about myself that I don't want anyway? Like I don't want children to be part of my life. Like I want peace and quiet. Like I just want like my mental health. Like my brain cannot handle too much going on like with people around me. I freak out. I feel like I can't breathe. Like yesterday, just sitting in a room with 16 people all socializing, I felt like I was claustrophobic. Like I can't handle it. Big family's big priority. Yeah, I know. And me, I don't like people, whatever. Like it's not in general. I don't like people. I don't like being around people. I love his family. They're so nice. It's a me thing, Your social battery runs out, right? There's no such thing. Here.
Her social battery. Who here believes she even has a freaking social battery? Hell no. I can't stand her. She just takes everything for granted. Shelly Daly, it sounds like she's excited and he's in his meal ticket walk. Yeah. If anything, that's the only type of sympathy or like emotion he's going to show. But I think he's coming to the realization that she's not a meal ticket, at least not what he was expecting it to be. Because I think when they met, that was when she was still in like the midst of the crackhead Olympics paydays. And, damn well she's not anywhere near that anymore. Dino Love Bites, he has no job and was probably living off daddy's money until he decided to try romance scamming. Such a catch. Ladies, please control yourselves. Yeah. I know everybody, let's just make a PSA right now. I know everybody, all my little bone baddies are going to be very, very tempted to go after Sala, but let's try to keep it together, shall we? I know we all want that prize of a man in our lives. Jeez. Jojo, can please someone tell me how on earth do they fit 16 people in 2 cars if one of them is foodie? I'm going to say they don't, but also thinking about that. So was there like 7 people witnessing her like anxiety attack? Like, is that what we're supposed to believe? Random World Eater, thanks for being here, BB. Random World Eater was asking me questions in the Discord as we're in the middle of the live. I'm like, get in the live, dude. Come on. What are you doing? What are you doing? Social battery equals she can't take them speaking Arabic. Yeah, well, she doesn't like not knowing what's going on. And I'm sure they're all talking shit about her. And I would too, if I'm being completely honest. Like, yeah, this stupid ass bitch, look at her sitting there. Bebop, thanks for being here, BB. He still be smooth talking her when she leaves. Oh yeah, because I'm sure he's still gonna try to get something out of her. Catty Kitty, I think she shows her ass in front of his family and he's sick of her. Yeah. And I think too that's another sign that she really is over this, because she's no longer trying to like play nice in front of his family. Shelly Daly, if anyone thinks we're going to see more than her ceiling, getting high and eating junk, they're going to be disappointed. Yep. I mean, just look at what she did when she was back in Canada for that, what was it, a week or 2? Jojo, well, I've been single for 10 years. The temptation is so unreal to message. Yeah, I know. He's just so desirable. CC Love 1143. Thanks for being here, baby. That's a lot of weight. Driving a tank. I've been watching over and over the movie Tremors. Has anybody seen that? It's a cult classic. Kevin Bacon. If you haven't watched it, watch it. But there's a part in it where they have to like use like a bulldozer to like drag this like semi truck trailer that has like flat tires. I mean, that's probably what they needed to carry Foodie around. If I wanted to be mean, I would say that.
They can be with people like all sleeping together in the same house, like a million. Like I don't know how they do it. Hats off, because I can't. I don't like people when people like, in Canada, I would never answered my door. Never. Even one time my aunt and my mom came over and I was having a mental crisis and I didn't let them in. They drove all the way from Cornwall and they texted me, "What are you doing?" I said, I can't. I know you're not going to understand, but I just can't. I can't.
Perfect. After the live, everybody go watch Tremors. I've been watching it on repeat the last few days. I can't tell you why. I don't know.
Talk to you. So I feel like a total bitch. I don't think we will fully move on. I'll be living in Canada, being myself and everything, and he'll just have to accept that, or else it's like at first you can't imagine not having that person in your life or never talking to them again. Like that's how it was with BB, but now I don't even think about him.
Can we start a Bert Appreciation Society? Yes, absolutely. He'd have us a nice little love nest ready to go for them in the apocalypse. Bert could get it, if you know what I mean.
No offense, but I'm tired of, he is though. He's very conservative. And I feel like we only got married because like I went and I don't know, that's what he says, but like he didn't like at first, you're right, he knew who I was and I wasn't, a hijabi, so he's gotten more traditional since living here, but you kind of have to, when in Rome. Now women they don't do that here. The landlord's daughter, she was non-hijabi, and I thought like that she kind of flirted with him. The way she just talked to people in general was kind of flirty, but voila.
Barbecue Chillin said, I'm assuming this was in Kuwait, but her connection keeps cutting off, so I'm not sure. It also makes me think of, has anybody watched Dank Fupa's videos where they basically make a comic or like a cartoon of like Foodie's life, and she always portrays these people in Kuwait where it's just like a regular woman and Foodie's just like, step off my man, bitch. Like it's like so funny. So it's kind of the impression I'm getting right now of her talking about the landlord's daughter. It's probably just a completely innocuous interaction. The freaking girl's probably just living her life, and of course Foodie's like
Wallahi, he didn't even seem interested. And I was like, oh, let me guess, before I got here, you were probably talking to her. Like, I'm insane. And he was like, you're crazy. You're sick the way you're mine. I'm like, no, I have reason to think this way. And besides which, like, I just assume. And he's like, I didn't even think of that, honestly. And her family lives here. Like, I don't think it's like really the same here, Guys, I feel so awful that the internet, I feel like I'm trying to reach out. I had a dream.
Benny Boob, is Dang Fupa the one who makes Sala into just a talking head? Yes, but it's actually like a love doll version of Sala. But yes, that is them. They are absolutely brilliant. I love that channel.
I was trying to talk to you guys and I couldn't because of the friggin' internet. And it's a reality. Why is it irreconcilable even though we went off? Because it's not, Grimace, we're not separated this time because of anything we did to each other. It's just situational, No, he didn't really like Kuwait. Actually, when I met him, he was so bored with his routine life. And
Reginald, yes, that's his name.
So he's not really sad about having to leave there, honestly. I don't know what he wants because he tells me one thing, but maybe he's just saying that to make me feel better. He says he doesn't want kids. He doesn't even think about having kids, that they annoy him. But he might just be saying that to make me feel better. Why do you care about what I did with money in June? You know how many months ago June was, and you're asking if I still have $2,000 from that? What? Then don't give. That's my point, Marilyn. You don't have to give. I don't have to give you any answers. And in return, yes, you don't have to give. Oh, well, then I won't have any money. But people did give, Marilyn. And they're not annoying. They give, that's it. Because they know I'm not a scammer. I don't have to justify myself, karma arrives. That's my whole point. I don't have to justify myself. She's just trying to get answers so she can donate. Then don't donate. I don't owe anyone shit. That's my point at all. That's my point. I don't have to explain anything. If you're waiting for explanation, but there's no justification, karma arrives. There's no justification.
The fact that she's just like, hey, why are you guys asking a question? It's like, okay, well, you're the one that's asking for these same people to now fund your life in Canada. So it's It's like, you can't have it both ways. Sorry. I'm not sorry, but
I don't have to explain anything. Like, if you don't want to, if you need answers to donate, then don't donate. It's fine.
all right. Well, you heard it from her. Then just don't donate. Perfect. All right. Let's see what we've got on the chopping block now. So this one we've got where I can't wait to go home. Again, this is brought to us by Barbecue Chillin, so a big thank you to them.
I'm not here. If you can hear me, let me know. Oh my God, I can't handle this. Like, I can't handle it. Like, I don't even know if I want to talk because every time I start talking, this stupid crap happens. Anyway, I was supposed to only be alone for 2 days because, like, I'm pretty much left with nothing. I don't know how, I can't order here. There's no such thing where I am in this village. I can't go out and get stuff. And I have very little, barely enough food for 2 days. So he messages me. He's like, oh.
Sherry, you said this one's a little gross. Now, I will say I'm going into these completely blind, so I have no idea. But what does this say? Foodie Beauty booked Canada flight and abandons Julia, so she pooped on. I'm going to leave it a mystery. I just want to see how this plays out.
We're going to stay for 3 days and I'm going swimming, so I'll talk to you later. No internet. No say in anything. Hey, Carrie. I know I made the right decision now. Like, if there's any doubt, don't worry.
She's already coming on here, Autumn, like with the energy of see you next Tuesday.
Home. Hey, Tracy. I'm getting the heck out of here. It's not the life for me, 100%. Because this is how we clash. We will never, while I'm here, hardly ever do anything alone. And if I want to do something alone,
oh my God, what are you trying to do? Because we know you're not screwing him, so cool. She don't care about spending alone time with Sala. She just wants to be able to be lazy without the prying eyes of other people. Dino Love Bites. Fuzi is so jealous to the point that she cannot have women talk to Sala if he throwing herself at him. I think she and Amber can't form close connections that are 100% platonic. No, because they get their self-worth from relationships. So if you're not feeding into their insecurities and telling them how wanted they are and how beautiful they are, then they can't. Absolutely not. Bebop, when they hugged, it made me uncomfortable. Me too. I think that's how we sort of all felt, honestly.
I'm rude. I guarantee it. No, because like if I don't agree to do something, he'll be like, oh, I'm looking forward to just a whole different life and being alone because I hate this. Like, I hate everything about relationships. Like, I hate it. I hate the insecurity. I hate worrying with, like, I hate compromising, like arguing. I hate everything. I'm just so like fed up. It's like, I hope you're having a really good time swimming while I'm just like, hey, YouTube lover. Anyway, I want him to have a good time. I don't want to be selfish. But like, he doesn't take my feelings or how I'm doing into consideration at all. That's how I feel. While I'm still here, yes, he's obligated. We made an agreement.
So Barbecue Chillin put, can't find her comment now, but someone said he's soon to be ex-husband and he's not obliged to do anything. Yeah, true.
He had an agreement to go for 2 days. And my point is, he just extended it without asking me. So I'm just like frustrated. You can't say what he's obligated to and what he's not obligated to. You don't know our dynamic. You don't know our agreements. While we're here, okay, if he's not obligated to me anymore, why is he like, don't say you love me then. Don't call me babe. Don't say I'm your soulmate. I still act like I'm his wife. I still do everything. I still do all the housewife duties. I still take care of him. I still do everything. I can't leave now unless, like, that's why I'm trying to raise money. I can't just go to Canada. I can't stay with my family. Like, I'm trying to get like first and last month's rent. Otherwise I have to wait a couple of months or 3 months probably. I guess I just have to get used to being alone while I'm here because I really don't want to, like, I'm just bitter. I'm bitter now because like, I feel like his family's more important. And I guess since we're separated, maybe that's how it's going to be.
What a freaking weirdo. Like, you're the one that's leaving him, supposedly, if we're supposed to believe what she's saying. We're breaking up because I decided I just can't live here anymore. But now you want him to be around to wipe your ass for you? Like, I don't get this. What is her gripe? You're getting exactly what you wanted. You don't have to be around his family and you're by yourself.
Kayla, shut the fuck up, you idiot. I have to take medication and I have to eat with it. So go to hell.
Ooh.
No, I don't really have enough for 3 days, maybe 2 at the most. I'm not scared, but I prefer not to be alone for 3 days, to be quite honest. No, it doesn't matter. Extended family is like family in this culture. I gotta go check my I'm making like
Again, this is the bitch that had to run her ass over to Syria. So let's all just keep this in mind as this attitude. I'm sorry. Are you not now facing the consequences of your own actions when everybody, your mother, your family, your audience, and even your husband were telling you not to go there? What a freaking dumbass bitch.
making mafe, but with only carrots because I don't have anything else. I don't have anything but carrots and like tomato paste and peanut butter. But I'm trying to do my best, you know. Like I can make do, but we really don't have like hardly anything, you know. And I have to eat with my metformin, and I just feel like they're like always involved. He always involves them in everything. Like, oh my god, we don't have any privacy. Like, I just want to be able to go a day without like people ringing to make plans for today. And I wasn't involved because I don't speak the language, you know? Oh, he just messaged me back. Okay, sorry, but they decided. Right, because you don't have the balls to tell your family, oh, sorry, I don't want to stay 3 days. They decided, right?
Ooh, so she's going at Salah's ass now. Like, this is amazing. I love this. I hope we get more of this as the relationship between them just continues to disintegrate. They're no longer going to be pretending anymore. You know, it's amazing. I love that for her. Pumpkin Princess, she needs to control something. Her body is failing. Her family hates her and will not help her. She has no friends. Salad, all she has, even though she wants to leave. Yep. And don't feel one bit sorry for her, you know? This is kind of like all those times she's wishing karma on people and Catty Kitty, she did this to herself. Yep, absolutely. Jojo, I hope he sees this and when he gets back, packs her bags and takes her to the airport. Does she have a ticket? Is what I'd like to know. I guess the name of this stream or this video we're watching does say she booked a flight. Catty Kitty, family is everything. She's disgusting. Yeah, and it's pretty bad when your own family is no longer willing to support you. But can you blame them? I mean, look at the shit she's been doing for the last 4 or 5 years, just putting them through the ringer, I'm sure.
Right. I'm just so How can I just go home and figure it out? Where am I going to go? I have no apartment. I have no car.
That, you gotta hear it again.
I'm just so How can I just go home and figure it out? Where am I going to go? I have no apartment. I have no car. My stew is burnt. Now I have no food. Plus I have to like wait to have enough for juice. I don't
know if that was like a quacker fart in the background, but I guess it could have been like the shuffling of a spoon or something. I don't know, but what the hell?
Even know how much that's going to cost. There's so many things I have to have money for that I'm not ready to leave. Anyway, I'm going to get off because, and you know what? I'm not doing live streams until I get into Canada. I'll do videos, but I'm not doing lives. I can't.
All right. So apparently she did a post where it says, hi guys. So I won't be able to live stream until I get back to Canada. I can still do videos, but the internet is just too choppy here. I'm not sure when I will be able to return, but I have 2K from donations now and about 800 to 1K in super chats coming in the end of October. If you would like to contribute to me getting home with Julia sooner, you can help by donating to my PayPal. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Okay, so here's the I had a panic attack.
I've just been smoking all day. I booked my I know I gotta quit. I booked my ticket for like the end of October. It's super cheap. I didn't like I went to check after I booked. I logged in and I said, okay, like what do I need to do to bring Julia? So I checked like the policy of the airlines. They Salah came to the airlines that are going on the day that I booked. I checked all of them. Like you have to check them in the cabin, like in the checked baggage. You can't do that. Like whenever Salah came here, he brought her on the cabin. So I thought she would be able to go in the cabin, but that's not all airlines. This was a Syrian airline he went with. So, and she's also a restricted breed. She's a restricted breed. So she's a Persian cat. So either I don't know, I might go to the vet and get him to check, like, she's not, I don't think she's purebred, but she's not registered as a service animal.
That's what I was about to say. Do they really care if she's not like an actual purebred animal with like verification of the paperwork? Like, really? She's a freaking street cat. Like, yeah, maybe she has a little Persian in her, but whatever.
Well, Haley, I have to have proof of that. She has a smushy face and she has breathing issues. I don't know. I'd have to have her registered as a support cat. Can I even do that in Syria? I'm going to try, Haley, but if I can, I can't. It's not going to be my fault. The vet's not going to lie. And Haley, you don't care about Julia. Like, if she's in, they have restricted pets for a reason. If it's restricted, it's dangerous for her. I don't want her to die just for that, you know? I don't want her to be put in baggage claim because cats have passed away. That's why I didn't bring Sam. And that time it was Qatar. I didn't bring Sam for that reason. She could die. She could. They have her restricted for a reason. And furthermore, what am I going to do? Go there and go, you have to take her. But how can I can't live without her. Like we went through.
You can't live without her. Well, you have plenty of experience in abandoning your animals for dumb reasons, so I'm sure you'll be fine. Catty Kitty, imagine leaving your partner in a war-torn country because of fast food and AC are an inconvenience. Yeah, and she's already done it once. And where'd she go? Qatar when he was first working on the house. So yeah, she don't give a shit. She gives absolutely zero shits when it comes to her own selfish needs. That's priority one.
So many hoops to bring her here. If I didn't want, I brought her here so that I could bring her with me. Yeah. Fuck out of here. How am I full of BS? She's definitely part Persian. Her nose is way flatter than normal cats. I'm not rehoming her. Exactly. I've had her, Salah and I got her together. She loves Salah. So if I have to leave her with him, but I really, 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 really want to bring her. They do have special breathing issues, but I didn't realize I cannot be denied. Brachycephalic? You're a freaking teacher. Where are you? Oh, I'd rather not risk.
Yeah, now I'm glad she's not going to take Julia if that's the case. But you know what? If she gets to Canada and gets another fucking cat, I'm going to lose my mind. I don't know what I'll do. I'm not going to drive to Canada to create some kind of kidnapping scenario, but I want to.
If she's going to get hurt. So I have to make sure. I hope I can bring her. I'm going to try. Traveling with an animal. My flight is 29. It's, I think, 32 hours. It's 32 hours of traveling with the cat. I have to, I don't know. I'm going to see first if I can cancel it. If there's other airlines, Yes, Salah will keep her. Unless I could there are companies who will fly your cat privately, but they're maybe $5,000 to $10,000, but I could probably save that in a couple of years. But it is very risky to put her through that. She freaks.
And yeah, I think this is her just kind of setting the stage for not bringing Julia. Dino Love Lights, I hope I'm wrong, but I'm scared that Salah will not keep her and just throw her out.
Out and drools and shakes when I take her to the vet. It's 32 hours. So I'm thinking of her too, I can't buy her a seat because they don't allow cats in the cabin with the airline I'm going with. I'm going to check other airlines and other options, but 32 hours, yeah. Even in the seat in the cage for 30. Well, some of that would be a long layover. So I don't know. I don't know what to do. It's not if it's a short flight, that's different, like you said, Or do they stay in layover in the cargo? Oh no. Because there's
it's almost as if you could have maybe looked into it before deciding all of this, Because I'm sure there's people who have traveled with pets in the world. It's not some impossible feat. But of course, she knows nothing about it and just flies by the seat of her pants and expects everybody else to figure it out for her. Shock.
A huge layover. It's 2.5 hours from here to Doha. And then Julia's 3. And then there's a huge layover. So 2.5 hours the first flight. Then I don't know, maybe 15 hours layover. And then almost 14 hours on the second flight. It's a huge travel. Sounds like you want to leave the cat. That's immediately nobody thinks about the well-being of the cat. They just think of my motive and they make up something negative. That's it.
Bitch, were you thinking of the well-being of the cat? Have you ever thought of the well-being for anybody, including people and animals other than yourself? No? Cool.
They get really sick from stress. Even just going to get her nails cut when she comes back, her whole body is wet from her over grooming from stress. She shakes, she pants, she she starts drooling this like thick white foamy drool, you know. I know, Taba. It's just like so annoying that like people just automatically don't think of Julia. They don't give a fuck about the cat. They don't care. You know, they just think, oh, what is Foodie Beauty doing wrong now? You know, I don't take care of my pets. How do I not take care of my pets? How? I had BBJ for 21 years and she wasn't taken care of. Do you know anyone else that has a cat that's lived that long? Give me a break. Whole body is wet from her over grooming from stress.
Oh my God. Okay. I accidentally just skipped back. But I think we all understand that BBJ survived that long, not because of Chantal, but in spite of her. Because the physical condition of that cat was appalling when FFG got her. So yeah, let's probably not bring up BBJ when it comes to you bragging about how well you take care of your animals. Like, what a fucking idiot.
Berlin is the one who offered. Bye, Melted Candle. See ya. I'm so this is my third shisha. Like,
Melted Candle. Is that a callback to Amberlynn being called a melted candle by Emily? That's amazing.
I need to quit, but I'm so stressed out. I think Canada would be stressful for him. He's just so set in tradition right now. You know, like there's just no way it's going to work for us. I have really bad mental health issues. I'm just, you know, traditionally, I'm just very mouthy sometimes. I think it's starting to wear on him. His family, like, is starting to just like really pressure to have a more traditional wife and children, blah, 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 eventually. And I don't want to assimilate to something I don't, you know, like, it's not me. There's just so many things that don't work out. And it is very painful because I do really love him. You know, it's just, be very, very careful before you get with someone from a very different culture. If you want to help with like somebody, like a private transport for her, I'll be all for that. Are the stores walkable? No.
Wow. Thank you, Foodie, for your advice on what everybody was already telling you. Like,
hey, everybody. Maybe just be careful when you rush into a relationship with somebody that you've known for 2 weeks that you met on like a Tinder and it was clearly a romance scam.
Wow. Thank you, Foodie, for this invaluable advice.
He's like, I can have my cousin bring you something. That's so embarrassing. I don't even know, like, if I can open the gate. The keys are on the thing, but maybe I will get him to bring me something tomorrow. Salah said he will love her and take very good care of her. He loves her a lot. I don't get sick of her. I wasn't sick of Smokey. I was moving out of the country. I started to really bond with Smokey. How am I going to pay first and last? I don't know. I still have 6 weeks to beg. Yeah, maybe I'll get his cousin to bring me a chicken tomorrow, and then I can share with Julia. I booked it for the end of October before Halloween, just before Halloween. I'm not going to be tempted to come back. I mean, I'm not so after going through all this, and no way. I mean, he's on vacation. He's vacationing with his family and about breaking up our relationship, all this stuff. So it's hard. No, he's not pressuring me to stay. Hey, I wonder why. I think he was tired of his, you know, certain things about his culture at first, and then now I don't know if he's pressured or I don't know. He's just been very different here. He's still attentive for sure. He makes sure I'm comfortable, but
he's been different because he hasn't been isolated. He's actually around his family members and friends, whereas before you had him all to yourself in that shitbox apartment. So yeah, I wonder why he's a little different.
You know, sometimes he'll just make plans with a whole bunch of family and people and not tell me about it till like that moment, and I'm like, what? He'll be like, get ready, we're going here, and it's like, no, you didn't tell me that, and I refuse to feel like less of a person because of these expectations from any culture, respectfully. No, I feel very disrespected by that. Even though I know it's like a cultural importance to bear children, I feel like that should not be his family's business because he chose me to marry, and
Pink Stars, thanks for being
here. He should be defending
me,
you know, and being like, there's more to a woman than just her believing at first. Sorry about that. He doesn't seem to want kids. He even said for him, he's like, I'm like, because I got mad at him for it. And he was like, no, it's not me. It's my family. So if he does have kids
again, she married this man. And I say that lightly because are they actually married? Who knows? But she married into this culture knowing, or maybe she didn't know. And the fault too. It's a cultural thing that men have children. They're expected to be the provider. And then the woman is like the trad wife that takes care of the kid in the house. So
I feel disrespected.
Shut the hell up. You're so fucking stupid. Cookie, thanks for being here, BB.
future, he'd probably be doing it for his family. Yep, 100%. Because when we're with all the kids, he gets just as annoyed sometimes, you know? So the extra pressure, Andy, right? I don't want to live with that anymore. If I'm alone in Canada, I can be free. I don't have to worry about all that pressure. There's a lot of pressure. His family has treated me nothing but respectful. You know, like some of them I haven't even met, but the family we see here has been nothing but loving and supportive. I don't think they bring up the kids thing, but there are some family members here that do pressure him. And I think there's like, you know, some different family members that don't approve of our relationship, which I've always.
Yeah, they're probably like, oh my God, what are you doing with this freaking nonsense cow? Like, I don't think it would just be somebody in their culture. I think anybody that would get with her would, their family members, if they actually gave a shit, would show concern. Like, please do not be with this person.
Been okay with, because like, you know, I understand. No, I'm totally fine. Like if he wants a family, then go for it. I'm like past that point right now. Like, but he, I said, okay, I got kind of like kind of mad one time, and I said, well, I'm going to, you'll move on, have a family, and I'll find someone more suited who won't, you know, shame me for not having kids, somebody more suited for me. And he was like, lies again, because you said you're never going to be with another man. What do you think? Like, you know, like, excuse me. I just know how he is. And I just have a feeling like there's going to be a watchful eye, which I don't like, because if we're done, we're done, you know? Like, I don't need your watchful eye. If we're finished, man. Because Ray, I always threaten. I'm always like, every time I get frustrated and angry, I say, I'm going home. I'm booking a ticket right now.
Wow. What a great relationship. Anytime there's a fight,
I'm going home.
I wonder why this didn't work out for you. Lucia D, thanks for being here, BB. His family must have been mortified when they met his wife. Yeah, I would assume so. For a variety of reasons. As soon as they were in the same airspace, they probably were like, holy shit. But I'm going to guess that he at least prefaced the meeting by saying, hey, I realize she's freaking crazy. She's a freaking wildebeest. She stinks. She's intolerable to be around, but this is a means to an end. I need her to get to Canada. She's a freaking cash cow. So I'm going to assume that was at least brought to his family's attention before meeting. But at the same time, God, just if they had to be seen in public with her, I can only imagine the embarrassment that was felt. Cookie, she had him under her control, and now he's not around. He's around his actual family and human to actually care about him. He's no longer a servant, and they want what's best for him, and she's mad about it. Yeah, she's no longer isolating him. Yep. Bebop, oh my God, she's saying he will stalk her activities when she gets home. Right. I think he's just going to be extremely relieved to be rid of her. Cookie, my husband said, get ready, let's go somewhere. I would love it. I would jump up and say, hey, babe, where are we going? Let's go. Yeah, because your husband and you probably have actual genuine care, romance, and chemistry with each other, where she just doesn't want to be inconvenienced. Arabella, if this was my daughter, I'd shut her internet down and have her committed to a psychiatric hospital for serious help. Well, you know, her mother already did it to her when she was 16. So unfortunately, it is a little bit more tricky to commit people without their consent, at least in the United States. I'm assuming Canada is similar, but yeah, she needs something. Her and Amberlyn both, we've talked about it before. We're going to put them in a giant cannon and shoot them off to Chungus Island. And then they can just be by themselves, annoy each other, and yeah, maybe lose a couple pounds. Who knows?
I'm like, I can't handle this. Like if I get frustrated with like something, you know? So he's kind of used to it. I don't think he thinks I'm serious. Is it common to have a pet cat in Syria? No. That's why people have visited and wanted to take pictures with Julia. One girl, she put on her wedding ring, and Julia was sitting down, and she put her hands like across on Julia and took a picture. I was like, what the? Oh, Julia, you little shit. She shit on my bed. Her box is clean. She shit on my bed and buried it with a sock. Why did you do that? Okay, you're not going anywhere. I'm just joking.
Yeah, she probably did it because she freaking hates you. And she's like, where is my father? Why did he leave me with this beast?
Hold on, guys. She's already pre-mad that she's like, you're not going to take me with you? Either she's mad that I'm thinking of taking her, or she's mad that I might not. Julia? And her box, I just cleaned it earlier. Now I'm cleaning that. Hold on. I knew it smelled like Julia! Nish! Ew, there's like grease marks. Why is her poo? And she buried it with Salah's Nike sock. She's mad he left or what? She shit on my bed. Juice! And she ran away, she knows. Why did she do that though? I don't understand. Because it's not.
She hates you, bitch. That's why. And she's like, smell this, bitch. This is what I have to smell being around you every day.
Box. She just started doing that. Ew. I'm gonna get him to ask the vet. Stinks. Pew.
Also, if you're feeding her table food like greasy chicken, yeah, I wonder why her poop is like that. She takes great care of her pets.
Pee is worse. I'm glad it's poo and it's like not diarrhea. So it was like little turds. And when I picked it up with the tissue, there was like weird grease marks, like little poo grease marks. Gross. Sorry, guys. Well, thank goodness that we got a shipment of Salah sprays. Now you know how the Thai hotel people felt. Changed the sheets. She shit on the comforter. So I cleaned it with water, but I'm not washing it now. No, I used soap. I did. I just washed the one hand I used though. I'm holding the phone with one hand, and then I just pumped like with my one hand some liquid soap and just washed it. You're gonna sleep with that comforter. It's clean. There was only like 2 little grease marks. And I took the wet cloth and I cleaned it out. And I sprayed it a lot too. It's on the side of the comforter where I'm not going to be like laying anyways. I'm going to wash it tomorrow. Chlorine. You're all grossed out. Baby! She hit it with a sock. If she keeps doing it, like if she does it again when Salah gets home, we'll take her to the vet. If Salah had wanted to, was certain he would never want to have kids, he wouldn't care what his family said.
Oh my God. Oh, Sherry, she washed one hand. Yeah, she can't even bother to just put the frickin' phone down to thoroughly clean. And then someone said, yeah, she's too lazy to wash it. Yeah. It wouldn't surprise me if she would just lay her face right on top of it. Like, oh, well, I hit it with some Dawn dish soap real quick. Like, this woman is disgusting in every possible way. And she is used to living in absolute filth. I mean, just think about when she lived at the villa. The state of that place was appalling. And the cat boxes were overflowing. There was shit literally just on the floor where they were like tracking it. So this is nothing to her. Like, she's fucking gross.
If he wanted to maybe just stay here for like a year and then we travel around and eventually go to Canada, maybe, but that's not what he wants anymore. We're not the same people. And that's another thing I don't want to have to worry about. He's young. You think, oh, there's only 10 years. 10 years is a big deal. If you're going through life, a young man at 20.
Wookie lover, thanks for being here, BB. That's a perfect point. If she's gagging, just trying to clean that up, she's not cleaning her box. And that's one of the telltale signs when a cat isn't having their litter box cleaned properly is they'll shit other places. But I truly believe that she is like doing this in defiance. Like, she hates Chantal. Saul is gone, and she's just like, screw you, bitch. I'm shitting on your bed. Like,
9 versus 41 is a big difference maturity wise. And it's like, he's gonna want who knows? Like, I don't want to like hang around to find out. Like, I don't want to be around for that. Like, if I just feel old. I just have so many insecurities. Yes. And there's no leeway. Like, he's not very flexible he's set in his ways and that's it. And I don't even think he realized that, He probably met me at a time where he was tired of his rigid life. He left his family home. He got his own place, his own job, like his own everything, and was maybe exploring. I don't know. But being here in Syria with more family pressure.
Autumn Moon. Yes, that cat poop was a message. Like, Julia can't leave like a horse head in her bed. She's got to just work with what she's got. So poop it is. Didn't she like poop in her shoe too? No, that was like a bug or something in her shoe. I'm convinced that Julia put that bug in her shoe too. And it was just like, yeah, bitch, put your foot in there.
With more cultural traditions, it's just hard. I did jump into it very quickly. I'm like that. And I hate that about myself. This time, I always say that. Oh my gosh. I never learn. It was a culture shock. Oh, when I first got to Kuwait, oh my gosh. I remember I secretly messaged Pete's to change my my flight date to go back sooner. But then each day we spent together and we're more like, physical with each other and more close to each other. Like I got more hooked each day. And then he's, played the romantic songs for me. I'm a hopeless yes, I am very romantic. I like being a
The fact that she just said the more physical that we got with each other, what? He went from squeezing your hand to squeezing your cheeks on your face? Cool. Yeah, we could tell.
You guys were totally in the honeymoon phase and all over each other. Oh,
housewife to a certain point. I'll get up, I'll do a load of laundry. And then Salah will be like, can you do another load of all the curtains and stuff? And then I'll freak out. No. And then like the curtains were supposed to be washed 4 weeks ago. And his aunt was like, why didn't you wash the curtains yet? Like in Arabic. And I'm like, what'd she say? He's like, she asked why you didn't wash the curtains yet. They're huge curtains. And it's not an automatic washer. That's why. I said, I'll do it before I leave Syria. And then I said, if you're going to get a second wife, just leave it for her. Salah's going to come back to no snacks, but that's what you get. At this point, what I have is 1 pack of ramen, or 2 packs, I think, actually.
How embarrassing would it be that you have your husband, quote unquote, his family coming over to your house and basically criticizing your housekeeping and being like, why haven't you washed those yet? That is so embarrassing. But of course, she doesn't care. She's probably thinking, Chantal's probably thinking,
well, why haven't you taken them down?
I don't think that Chantal would be embarrassed even if her husband's family was like in there like folding her underwear. Like, I honestly feel like she would not give a shit.
6 eggs, a bit of stale bread, some rice, but like, he's like, you have rice. What am I going to eat with the rice? Just plain rice? I guess I shouldn't say that because that's more than a lot of people have. You just left because it's my fault. I said, okay, well, you're going to be gone for 2 days. I have enough, I think. He's like, you have rice, eggs. I have eggs for protein. I have 6 of them until Tuesday. Did I tell you that one of the kids almost got kidnapped the other day? So there's a really cute little girl and she loves me. Oh my.
Why is she saying that with like such excitement?
Did I tell you guys that somebody almost got kidnapped the other day?
That, like, what a freaking creep.
Gosh, every time she sees me, she runs up to me and goes, Mariam. And she's always smart. She's the cutest little girl. She's 4. Okay. So we got invited to dinner at this other place at another family's house. So yeah, she was outside playing outside.
Wow. I'm sorry to cut this great story in half, but Lori Ann, thanks for being here, BB. Her clothes and curtains are probably about the same size. Yeah, exactly.
The house waiting for everyone to come out. And then she said, apparently this old woman came up to her and said, why are you playing outside by yourself? Or something like that. And apparently the little girl said, none of your business. And then the old lady then picked her up and tried to take her. And she started crying really loud. So her uncle came running outside and was like, hey, and the lady dropped her and ran away. Yeah, that's scary. I'll see you tomorrow, inshallah, okay?
Hello. So after talking more with
Okay, so apparently Foodie said hello. So after talking more with Salah, I've decided that it is in Julia's best interest for her to not go through the health risks and significant stress to travel 30 hours to Canada with me. Very, very upset, but her being part of Persian or snub nose is more risky to her. Okay, well, I think we all kind of understood that this is coming. Where was I even at? I'm very, very upset, but her being part blah, 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 or some nose is more risky for her. Even for normal nose cats, 30 hours is a very stressful journey for them. And Julie particularly super stressed when traveling to the point where, oh my God. Okay, well, whatever. I think we understand that she's not taken her traveling to the point where paranoid and worried for her to risk it. Salah is a great cat dad and she loves him very much. He always takes excellent care of her and she will be okay with him. We're here on his huge property chasing olives outside. I will miss her, but at very least I know she's safe with him, blah, blah, blah. Okay, whatever. We freaking saw this coming from a mile away. Yeah, I mean, good. I'm glad she's not taking Julia, but at the same time, her ass better not be getting another cat when she goes to freaking Canada. Like, absolutely not. Okay, so I guess we're all caught up with Chantal. Now we are going to, like I said at the beginning, we're going to watch somebody that we've never watched on the channel. So let me get her pulled up here, and I'm sure you guys know who it is. Well, if I can get her up here. Let's see. Any guesses? Any guesses in the chat? Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Well, here she is, folks. A few of you have been asking if I'd cover her. I'm like, why? You know? But with Amberlynn out of the picture for now, I thought, why not watch, what is it? Quirky Love Rose, whatever the hell. What is her name even? Quirky Love Rose. Lover Rose? Ew. Anyway. Oh, yeah, it might help if I added this to Meanwhile, you guys are like, what the hell are you talking about? Okay, yes, Quirky Love Rose. Woo, yay. Woo. All right, so again, I'm going into this person completely blind. I have never watched this girl. I really have zero knowledge of her other than I know that her and Amberlynn are kind of in cahoots a little bit. So let's check it out, shall we? Now, this is her video, so it's completely raw. We might be skipping a little bit here and there, but let's see what we're in for.
Hi, welcome to me. It's been a while, guys. I don't even know how many months it's been since I made the I'm leaving YouTube video, which I realized, well,
okay, she's on the same brand then of
I'm leaving YouTube forever. Yeah.
okay.
after the fact, that a lot of people took that as me leaving forever, which isn't what I said in the video, but if you only read the title, then I guess, that's probably how that happened.
How old is this girl? I really have zero clue. I don't even know where she's from.
A lot has happened. So if you haven't been watching my live streams, you've been missing a lot because I was completely off my channel for, about 2 months. And I have kind of just become more of a YouTube streamer. And I think that is the direction I want to continue on to a point.
Also, is she gay? Like, is there a possible chance that her and Amber would have some kind of romantic thing going on?
But I want to give some updates. I want to talk a little bit about my life, just to update the people that aren't into the live format, don't want to watch when I'm eating what I cook on live, because that is kind of the general vibe of that content. But I wanted to just kind of say hello. I have a lot of new subscribers that have found me through streaming and aren't as familiar with my vlog content and aren't as familiar with my pre-recorded videos.
She's bi. Okay, so there's a chance. So what you're saying is there's a chance that her and Amberlynn, you know what though? I don't think Amber wants somebody as big as her. If I had to guess,
kind of just I just wanted to dip my toes back in, so that way if I want to make some one-off videos, that's what I want to do. So I do want to, do some silly videos. Like, people have been requesting over and over again that me and my brother do another cursed foods video. And that's something that definitely will be happening in the future. I did do some live stream.
Also, how big is this girl? I mean, obviously you can tell she's big and she kind of seems a little as she's talking, but is she the same size as Amber? I have so many questions.
As well, I had a hospital stay recently. I had a little bit of a scary situation. Thankfully, everything came back okay. I was having some significant chest pain. My heart came back totally fine. They did a whole barrage of testing because of the severity of the symptoms. It was like an escalation from anything I had experienced. So I was just like, there's no way.
Oh, so she's also having health problems at a young age. Wow. So much in common with Big Al.
It's just anxiety, chest pain. Turns out it was because, your girl's anxious. But I did just kind of want to talk about the fact that in this stage of life that I'm in right now, I'm not actively losing weight. And I know that that is something that is controversial to a lot of people, especially the people who initially subscribed to me because
I see you guys making the comparison of Chantal in the kitchen on the chair. Yeah. It's kind of almost eerie, like cool. Again, I have no knowledge of this person. I just want to keep asking questions. Like, is her channel based on her losing weight? Like, she's painting it that way, but obviously I have no clue.
was on a health journey when I was doing YouTube. If that is the only reason.
Bebop, no way. She packed snacks to take to the ER when she was having chest pains. Are you freaking kidding me? That is another level. I don't know that Amber Lynn's even done that shit. What? That's crazy work. Matthew, the only video of hers that I've seen is the one where she drinks chunky milk. Ew. Is that where she's talking about like the cursed foods? What the fuck? Honestly, is there anything that these idiots won't do to just freaking like completely degrade themselves as a person? Like, Jesus.
You ever followed me, and any of my other styles of content, my lifestyle vlogs, the shop.
Also, is that a real tattoo on her hand? Because if so, I am appalled.
With me's, the cooking content, if that stuff doesn't interest you, then I understand if you go, you know. No hard feelings on my end. And I'm not saying that I will never talk about weight loss again or that I won't eventually get back on track. But that's just not where I'm at right now. And I'm not going to come on the internet and cosplay weight loss. I'm not going to come on the internet and pretend that I care about losing weight if I don't actually feel that way.
That's a real tattoo. Wow. Okay. Did she do it like in the bathroom of a Hardee's or with a ballpoint pen? Like, this is terrible. Also, I'll say this right now. Just first impression, she's not quite as cunty as Amberlyn and Chantal. So maybe that's just the persona that she's putting on in this video, but she seems a little less bitchy than the other two.
And I understand that there's a lot of people that don't understand that logic with the size that I'm at and where I'm at in life. But I have to do what I need to do for me. And as long as I am standing where I'm at and I'm okay with where I'm at in my life, that's just what it's going to be. You know, I'm not going to come on here and make excuses. I'm just going to come on here and be real. I hope to, in the future, reevaluate, but there's some other updates. So while I was gone, I did lose the job that I had, the one that I hated, that was draining my soul. And I have been job hunting, and I was job hunting really hard up until.
Wow, she's actually going to get a job. So another little separation from the other two. But, you know, just saying you're hunting for a job doesn't really mean much, I guess. Matthew, I see what you're saying, that she's cunty in ALR's chat. So again, this could just be a persona.
My I was job hunting really hard, and pretty much up until I went to the hospital, and I took a light little break while my niece visited, because my niece did come visit. Because I returned to lives briefly before I ended up taking like another almost like month-long break from the streaming. And during that time was when my niece came to visit. We had got our AC replaced because I like, one of the reasons I kind of backed off from streaming is we spent a few weeks during the summer with our house sitting at like 87 degrees, and I could barely function, honestly.
That sounds terrible and horrifying. Shelly Daly, she doesn't stick with jobs. Honestly, though, what do these women think that they could do? It's one of those things that Amber tries to say too. I guess I'll just have to go get a job. Doing what? Other than being like a fetish model, I honestly don't know what these women think that they could physically do. Even sitting at a desk job was too much for Amber, and that was what, 100 pounds ago. So
with just how hot it was. Like, God forbid, like, no fucking way am I cooking when the house is 87 degrees. Like kiss my ass, you know? Oh, I did get a haircut. So you probably have seen that in the past 5 minutes of watching this video. And if you've been watching my streams recently, I just entered like a talking phase with a guy that I'm really interested in. And so if you want to know more about all that type of stuff, that's what I talk about a lot of my streams. So it's been really exciting and fun. And yeah, I'm really happy about that. Because it's someone like local to me. Like, we've already hung out a couple times. I'm just getting to know him. Like, so it's not super anything serious or official. But it's the first time I've been like really excited about somebody in a really long time. And yeah, and it's just amazing because we didn't meet on a dating app and we didn't meet online. So it's just really cool.
Okay. So just to answer, I forget who just said it, how long ago. When I looked, this was from like a month ago, but it seemed to me like this was sort of like an introduction. So I thought it'd be kind of a good one to watch of her. Shelly Daly, she did call center, but she calls in sick too much. Yeah. Well, like, I mean, Amber was doing something similar and it was almost intolerable for her to do. Autumn Moon, she was doing work, which, you know what? Get your bag, boo. I don't find any shame in that, but that's why I say I don't know what these women could do that wouldn't be like fetish modeling, you know?
And I'm really, really thrilled about it. So moving forward with my content, I don't plan on having a pre-recorded schedule. I'm going to be pretty consistent with streaming. So if you want to pop in and hang out and do that on the streams and kind of get to know more about what's going on in my current life, I'd be more than happy to do that. During my break from YouTube, I want to talk a little bit about this too, because during my break from YouTube, I was able to really distance myself from like certain online communities and really distance myself and take a lot of space to really reflect on my own behavior online.
Bitch, can you please put your hands down? Because I hate that tattoo.
My own behavior in terms of like what content I was consuming and reaction channels and snark as a concept and just like a lot of things. And I had a like serious come to Jesus moment with myself, where I've kind of really just stopped watching most, if not all, like reactors and reactions in general that are surrounding kind of, especially Girl World, because there are some reactors that are more positive, and I like commentary YouTubers, so I watch that stuff. But the content where it's,
Do you think she's ever watched Rage Bone?
like people tearing down other people, even if most people would agree that they quote unquote deserve criticism, what have you, because there's a lot of these communities that use that as a shield to be able to bully and nitpick and really just throw aside someone's humanity and solely focus on their persona as a monster. And it's just, it made me realize that it skewed my perception of other people. And
why do I feel like she's only saying this because she's like buddying up to Amberlynn?
Like, I know what a wonderful person Amber is, so all you hater ass bitches are wrong.
Matthew, ALR said she had dirt on Quirky, so she knows she'll never betray her. I remember seeing that. Like, because didn't somebody say in like they had a dream, or there was like a tarot that Quirky Love Rose was going to betray her on like October, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, oh, really? Well, I know she won't. It's like, oh, anybody that wants to be friends with Amber, I think understands that she will turn on you if you betray her in any kind of way. Like, wow, what a great person. And I know I definitely want to be friends with that. ALR will turn on you, and so will Foopy. I like calling her Foopy. That's funny. Sherry, pop champagne if they call you out, Rage. Hell yeah, you know I will. I would be so delighted if one of these days these heifer were like,
And you know what, Rage Bone?
sit and spin. I would be so happy. I would literally fall on the floor laughing.
And outside of those spheres and like interpersonal relationships in it, it made me a worse version of myself. And I've experienced it on both sides, like participating within communities and being the person that's being picked apart, right? And I think it's just really interesting because as a creator, I don't mind or care that.
Also, let's be so for real. The dirt that Amber has on someone is probably like the dumbest shit. Like, remember when she tried to bring up something to Destiny and was like, yeah, like your brother was addicted to coke. Like, wow, you really got her on that one. Like, Jesus.
People off in their own spaces want to talk their shit. You know, they want to make fun of how my makeup looks or my body looks or, you know, whatever. Like that's whatever. As long as I'm not having my family be fucked with, my real life be fucked with, people associated with me being fucked with, you know, my safety is not compromised. You know, that's just the internet. And but it is difficult to deal with feeling like you're being misrepresented or misunderstood, right? And I think that's just a natural and human feeling. And I
think, though, that's probably why you shouldn't come to the internet trying to feel understood. Because as we've seen, once you release something to the court of public opinion, it's up for all of us to interpret. And everybody who has different life experiences, everybody's going to see things differently. So, yeah, I mean, it's just, I think that's one of the downfalls of these idiots is like when they get hater comments, it's like, who cares? You don't know these people from Jonas. You're never going to meet them. They don't matter in your life, but yet you're going to focus solely on all these troll comments and then be butthurt about it. Like, why? What is the point of that? Jojo just gifted 5 Rage Bone memberships. Thank you so much, Jojo. That's so sweet of you and so generous. I appreciate that. Welcome to all of our new members. Let's see if I can get in here and figure out who just got gifted. So, welcome to Nancy C, Gerds a Fiend, Michael Furberger. Why is that name so funny to me? Michael Furberger, Mimi Red, Tacos Are Life. Agreed. Tacos are life. Welcome to all of our new members to the Skeleton Society. We rise, we rot, we rage. Thank you, Jojo. I really appreciate that, BB.
want to create and foster a positive and fun environment. And when I first started this channel, a lot of my content was focused on my trauma, my health, my weight loss, and like more serious, heavy topics because I felt like that's what I needed to do at the time. And I felt like that's really all I could do. But I like content like Vanilla Mace. I like content where people are goofing.
Dino Love Bites. The fact that Amber and Foodie still have a platform is crazy to me. Some YouTubers were canceled for way less, or even just because of rumors about something that those two actually did. Yeah, well, you know what they say about like a... you can squish them down, but they're going to keep coming back. Like, my God. I know. I kind of feel that on one hand, I want them to keep coming to the internet and showing what absolute trash they are, and on the other hand, you want to see them face their consequences. So if they were completely gone from the internet, we won't get to see them get their karma. But absolutely, I can understand what you're saying. Macho Man Stan, welcome to the Skeleton Society, BB. Thanks so much for joining. We rise, we rage, we rot. I think I just mixed that up, but you get the point.
Around, joking around, having a good time, having fun, maybe engaging and interacting with different random activities. You know, I like doing body doubling streams where I'm being productive and doing things I need to do. But and so that way other people are able to do those things alongside me, and there's this community being built, and these inside jokes coming together, and I really love and enjoy that, and that's what I want to build. And I think that there was a part of me that felt like insecure that that's something I wouldn't be able to do. But
speaking of insecure, I think Autumn Moon, ALR can't help herself. She'll always gossip on her friends. It just goes to show how shallow her friendships really are. And that's why she can't keep a friend, because she is, to her core, a shitty person. And everything she has in her life is transactional. So it's what can this person do for me? You know, can I buy their love? Are they going to kiss my ass now? So, yeah. Matthew, have any of these heifers ever struck your channel or threatened to? No, they have not. But I think one of the things that helps me out, especially when all that shit was going down, a lot of times I use, we watch like a secondary channel. So it's, barbecue chillin', it's apathetic facts. So I think that's one of the things that I've kind of purposely done a lot of, just because, they're not going to strike me. But you know what? If they were to try to strike me, bring it on. As we've talked about before, my big girl job heavily involves the law, and I would take that to the bitter end. So me and my BBs are worth it, and I am not so easily going to lose what we've worked for, So bring it on. Bring it on. I mean, don't bring it on, because I don't want to deal with it, but yeah, I would, in fact.
I think it's really cool that I'm able to just like exist as myself and engage with hundreds of people at a time, and just joke around and sometimes get a little sassy and sometimes get a little serious, because I like that duality, I suppose. I want to go about things differently moving forward. And if you don't fuck with me, I get it. That's up to you.
You know what? Good for you. Good for you, Quirky Love Rose. If you don't like me, who gives a shit, right? Also, just imagining being in like in a courtroom with Amber Lynn, that might be like the pinnacle of my existence, beyond motherhood, I've clearly reached the point of just being totally unhinged, but just imagining being in her physical presence, whew, that'd be something, Would it be worth it? Probably.
But if you do, I want to be here, and I want to come back to YouTube full stop. So I wanted to just kind of give a little brief update, like a TLDR, if you haven't been watching the hours and hours of streams. There's a lot of stuff that's happened. I've shared some crazy stories. The streams have really been popping off recently. It's been a lot of fun. And there's been a lot of cooking. In fact, today's stream was a more simple one. This is my mom's. I have to put this away. This is my mom's chicken pot pie, and I made some instant mashed potatoes for me and my.
Now, does she live with her family? Because she's talking about her mother cooking.
Brother had dinner. So, anyhow.
Bebop, this is from a month ago.
I am planning to continue cooking content more so on streams. If you have any suggestions for any kind of content you would like to see, things I've made in the past or things you think that I could do in the future, please let me know. I still don't have a car, so that's a bummer. And that was one of the things that I felt like was holding me back.
Sherry, you said Angle and Jordy have been talking about going to see Aunt Tammy and Amber in court. Okay, so here's my opinion on that. Like I said, my big girl job heavily involves the law. And obviously, every court's different. Every state has their own regulations. Every court down to the municipal level can have their own local rules. So take this with a grain of salt, because it's hard to say exactly how it would be. But small claims court is not really as exciting as you might think. And when they have a date set, that doesn't necessarily mean that that's the court date that's going to go forward with like evidence and stuff. So if we had a guarantee that both of them would be there and they would be going forward with the hearing, I might be tempted to show up because my God, the evidence that would be brought forth before the judge, we're talking screenshots, and who knows, they could claim, they could call witnesses, would be amazing. So somebody talking about Judge Judy. Yeah. Can you imagine what Judge Judy would say? Jesus, I can't. It'd be amazing. Amber's liver titty. My God. Her hair is kind of cute. I guess you're talking about Rosie, her haircut. Yeah. Yeah, I don't mind it. I don't think it's bad.
From wanting to come back to vlogging because I just didn't have the freedom to leave the house to kind of like initiate and make content. But my life is kind of ramping up recently, and I've been making some.
Hecticana said he would live stream outside the court. Yeah, because you're not gonna. Most cases, you're not gonna be able to film inside the courtroom. But I hate to tell you guys, it's all public records, so we could probably literally wait until everything's over with and just request the transcript. So.
Friends, like more so locally, and I've just been like branching out and pushing myself to challenge like my agoraphobia and enjoy life more. And while it's stressful not having a job because of finances, I am just feeling back to more like myself because I'm not wearing myself down to the bone because I'm, you know, facilitating all around all the stuff I've talked about in the past with my health and my disabilities regarding all that. So, yeah.
Also, she has nice eyebrows. Give credit where credit's due. I don't think she's like unattractive by any means, but she just kind of has like a natural beauty, and she has way better eyebrows than Amber. And you know, that probably pisses Amber off.
I really, really want to say that I so deeply appreciate the people that continue to support me. I also appreciate the people who've supported me in the past, and maybe they don't for their own reasons, their own disagreements about how I've handled things, but remain respectful toward me. And I want to thank those people too. And I'll even shout out a little nod to the haters for the engagement. I think that in recent months,
as you should, because what the hell? That's the only thing keeping a lot of these girls going. I mean, hello, hate watching. I'm here for it.
Throughout the past year, I stumbled into such a deep depression. I like forgot who I was in a way. Like my personality became really bland, and I was really struggling with enjoying YouTube. And it was because I was so disconnected from myself and my own body. I just wasn't functioning right. And I feel like my breaks from YouTube really helped me kind of rebuild those pieces, because while I was on my breaks, it was really weird how much this helped me. I was like picking random like mid 2000s shows that I used to watch as I was a teenager. And
yeah, well, like we said, everybody's gonna watch Tremors after this. It's free on YouTube. I've been watching it for whatever reason on repeat because probably I have a touch of the tism. Amber's liver titty, again, that name just freaking kills me. Amber wishes her cheese puff eyebrows looked that good. Oh my God. Yeah, for real though. Cheese puff.
I felt like it helped me like respark memories from when I was younger and help me process these different feelings and these different blockages, more so related more so to my mental health. Because I'm actually like in the next couple weeks I have a therapy appointment. I've been waiting for it for a couple months. It's been very
I'll
difficult
check her
getting
out.
established with a therapist, but I've been in the process of that. And that's something else that happened, and I'm very excited and hopeful that I'll be able to actually get some decent therapy. But based on availability and things, I might only be able to see her or her, right? Well, whoever my new therapist is, I may only be able to see them like once a month, or if I'm lucky, every other week, and that's gonna be hard for me. So, anyhow, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day or a wonderful evening wherever you are, and stay true. Bye, guys.
I want to see her stand up because I want to know how big she is. Like, but okay. All right. We're going to watch one last thing just so we can have a little fun. And because we were just talking about them and how hilarious their channel is. So let's see if I can find the video. Here we go.
In a city of Kuwait where the desert meets the sea,
Gonna
there's
dance.
a tale of love that's as strange as can be. A man named Salah who was scamming Chantal. Fell for a toy named Reginald, a tin sex doll. Some may say it's a fantasy, a scam of the heart, but Salah knows the love is a work of art. For in Reginald's gaze he sees his reflection, a love so deep it defies all convention.
I swear I was listening to this on repeat when it first came out.
Secrets buried deep. He's known by many as a weirdo and a creep. In the heart of Kuwait where the night winds blow, he found his love in Reginald, his one true love. With a smile on his lips and a twinkle in his eyes, Salah dances with Reginald under the Kuwaiti sky. Though the world may question, their bond stands strong. In each other's arms they both belong. Oh, Salah, secrets buried deep. He's known by many as a weirdo and a creep. In the heart of Kuwait where the night winds blow, he found his love in Reginald, his one true love. Some may say it's a fantasy, a scam of the heart, but some knows the love is a work of art. For Reginald's gaze, he sees his reflection, a love so deep it defies convention. Oh, Salah, secrets buried deep. He's not already as a weirdo and a creep. In the heart of Kuwait where the night winds blow, he found his love in Reginald, his one true love. So let them talk, let them speculate. Salah and Reginald, they'll defy fate. For in each other's embrace,
Oh my God.
they found bliss in a love that's curious.
I love that so much. Oh my God. If anybody is not subscribed to Dang Fupa, go over there and subscribe and tell them that Ragebone sent you. Like, my God, I love that so much. Just all the editing, they're brilliant. I love it. Yeah, Amber's liver titty. Your ass is more important than my entire family. Like, Jesus. And it's genuinely a good song. Like I tried to say in the middle, like I listened to this on repeat when it first came out. Well, anyway, okay. I think that's a great place to end our stream. Again, I want to do a quick re-thank yous to everybody. Arabella, who joined the membership, M. Johnson, who gifted 5 memberships, Mr. Fizzy, who joined, Pippa, who gifted 5 Ragebone memberships, Catty Kitty for your super chat and super sticker, Jojo for gifting 5 memberships, and Macho Man Stan for joining. So thank you all so much. I truly appreciate each and every one of you for your support. of my teeny tiny channel. You guys are so funny. I always enjoy getting to chat it up with you in the lives. If you're in the membership, don't forget to join us over in the Discord. And I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye.